Hey guys, this is Genovis again. With this one, we're starting off with, it's going to be kind of a Pokemon girl tutorial. I'm just taking some random Pokemon and turning them into females pretty much. And this one's going to be a little shorter than usual because for some reason Procreate kind of lost some of my color and it just kind of jumps to the end of it when we get to the end of the video. So if anyone knows why it does that, let me know so I can try to figure it out, because I've got 2 or 3 of my videos that are actually done that to me when I go through the playbacks on them. And here I kind of had an idea of, well, Bulbasaur kind of kneeling down, but then kind of started laying down the line work and figuring out where I wanted her to, what pose to be and how I wanted her to look. I'm trying to play around with a few different styles for what would look best with these. So this one, I believe I stuck pretty much to an anime style as far as the eyes and the face go, and kind of the layout as it goes. And here I'm just kind of get a feel for, where things needed to be placed and how the pose would be, and just working in the lines. You'll see me rework a few of the lines, like that didn't make any sense there with her leg going that way. And you'll see me delete that out in a second, just erase it out, and yeah, that makes more sense. And then make sure she has on some clothes. And this is the basic pencils. I believe I'm using just the HB pencil as far as the brushes go in Procreate. And here's some tentacles coming through. Getting ready for the vine whip. Had the shoulder a little further out than I wanted it there. And there I've just got the hands going flat, one going behind. Then I'm trying to figure out exactly how I wanted the face to look, and putting a few just heavier lines in, just making sure it looks the way that I want it to look. And then I made a new layer and lowered the opacity on the first layer. And here I am putting in some of the line work in, but where this will actually be some of the finished line work. I like the end of it there where with her eyes just a minute ago, because I didn't like the placement of them. But the good thing is you can just select it with your select tool and move them around, much like many other programs. Procreate has that same feature. Playing around with the hair, this is kind of the idea of the hair I wanted to begin with, so I stuck pretty close to what I had at the beginning. Made sure to put those spots in, the Bulbasaur spots. Shoulder, I guess that makes sense. It's out a little bit further than it probably needs to be. I don't remember if I fixed that or not, if it just kind of looks better once I get some color on it. I think it actually skips some of the finished line work as well, now that I'm looking at where the video is running up to. But I'm just trying to figure out where her body's going, how it's curving, what she's wearing, how I wanted the legs to go, and then back behind, how I wanted the feet to go. And then I just kind of have to work in those markings like Bulbasaur has. I just kind of worked in some of the markings that I thought would look best. Kind of changed them around a little bit there, because I noticed the back legs are a little bit different than the front legs as far as the markings go. Just trying to get the neckline in to make it look right. And a few little contour, a few lines there, get the hand put in. And then figuring out the back of the Bulbasaur here. I had an idea, I was thinking about doing like a solar charge thing at the back, but it didn't make sense with her pose and stuff. It'd have been more of an action pose, maybe I could have done it that way, so she's kind of charging up, but with this it really just... And I think here's going to be close to the end of the pencil lines. Like, again, if anybody knows why Procreate just kind of didn't have that with it, because there it went. So what I did is I just went in and made, like you've seen in some of the other videos, a different layer. I did all my flats colors, and then I did another layer with the shadows, and I just had a multiply layer, and I think I used kind of a dark, I want to say almost a dark purple when I was going through some of the shadow layers, and I just added in some of the shadows as it went through, and then I added a rim light, you notice, on the left-hand side. I just went with a light blue because that kind of worked well with the colors. And kind of did a little light blue line, kind of reflecting off something else on the other side. And looking at the background, I think I chose the soft brush and just zoomed, pretty far and made the brush high and just kind of hit the outsides of it to kind of give it just that kind of fade in look as it's got. And guys, that's about it. Again, I wish it didn't cut the whole coloring process out. I can't remember if I did anything different on this one than some of the previous ones, but I've been playing around with a bunch of different brushes and a bunch of different, as far as the textures and shadows go. The vines might could have been a little lighter. I don't know, that might work out alright. And you notice the blue to come in, I actually added some blue. You'll see some light blue on the leg and some on the shoulder up there, just kind of giving that lighting effect, and that was kind of some of the skin tone that I wanted to really look, because I didn't want it just to be flat across, so I kind of stuck with it that way. Hair color, I almost could have went a little bit lighter with that. Kind of matches too much with the either lighter or darker, so it has some sort of pull away from the flower pot on the back. But otherwise, I think it ended up pretty well. And that is going to sum it up, guys. As always, if you enjoy it, like and subscribe, and thank you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any suggestions on the upcoming ones, I've got several more Pokemon girls coming, so stay tuned. Thank you.